Start. Hello, guys, and welcome again to another episode of Geeks Outta Nowhere. Yo, as you can see here, we have Mandy returning from his slight hiatus. How are you, Mandy?
Doing fine and salamat.
Yeah.
I
How was the
thank you.
how was the Royal Rumble watch party? I
Oh, it yeah, we have watch parties here in Manila and the Philippines for now WWE shows. Uh Hopefully we can expand to other promotions. We can watch it live via satellite.
Yeah.
okay.
But it was fun. It was fun. I didn't expect it to be that fun
Yeah.
because they were in Saudi
Yeah.
and the time difference is uh very unforgiving for the common Filipino people.
The show started around 2 a.m. here in the
2
Philippines.
a.m. 3,
Yeah,
3
3
a.m.
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Okay.
Yeah. Who watches a wrestling show at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Us, we did that during the
I
Yeah.
was like,
yeah.
God
Okay.
damn, I'm
was
not
fun.
watching
Yeah.
a show at 3 a.m.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna stay away from social media for a while for spoilers.
Okay. Okay, aside from Mandy, we have here also our one of our constants here, Eugene. What's up?
Hello, kumusta?
Okay.
Yeah,
Constance. One of the
we are Englishing good.
one of the contagious.
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 Okay. And of course, we're not going to start our conversation without starting the introduction of our guest, our first international guests
Mhm.
for in our podcast. Please welcome Christian and Sarah Coldheart, also known as the tag team from Grapple Max, Ships
It's
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Hey,
Hey,
Ahoy!
Ahoy.
Ahoy! What's up? So,
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having us.
of course,
Oh, we are so honored
we are
to
so
have you.
honored. Yeah, thank you. And also, I think Eugene has a good story on how this interview became possible. Eugene, can you
The impossible
yeah,
became probable.
can you tell us the story how this thing
So,
happened?
so me and my friend, we used to play Overwatch, and then met. We kind of grouped with a few Singaporeans before, and yeah, we played a lot of good games with them. Shout out to should I name the tag or the name? It's
We'll do the tag.
shout out. I'm gonna just shout out Aldrich. Shout out Aldrich. He's my high school friend, and then during the unfinished business meet and greet, so I took a picture of you guys. Remember you, both of you, and SPD. You know, wag sa mukha.
Mhm.
Just kidding.
Not on the face.
Not the face, but na wag sa mukha. He just chatted me up. Hey, dude, don't you know that girl? We used to play Overwatch with her. So basically, yeah, me and Sarah used to play Overwatch together. We never knew.
Yes.
What are the odds?
What are
Yeah,
the
what
odds?
are
Yeah.
the odds of
Wow.
that?
Sarah, I didn't even know you played Overwatch, Sarah.
I'm everywhere.
She really is.
But I'm curious. Say the sale people or yes, Southeast Asian online players also in Overwatch also have the same behavior as with other online games like Dota or Counter Strike or even
Yeah.
Valorant.
Yeah. I was a Dota guy myself.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dota Supremacy.
yeah.
Dota 1.
Well,
The first
Dota
one.
one.
Yeah.
I would say that I was at the tail end of Dota one, as in like Frozen Throne, right?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna guess your age, Christian.
Oh no.
We're the same.
We're probably the same age.
Yeah. I was very late to gaming, if you will, especially like online stuff. So I got into Dota because mostly like out of boredom when I was serving my reservists,
Mm.
and so that's like our military here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and eventually, like my bunk mates, they would do that was like their activity of choice most of the time. And so I had never played it, and I was like, okay, let me try. I sucked so bad at first because I was like, damn, like trying to play games on a computer is not for me. And
Right.
then I had access to Dota 2 when it was still in beta,
Mm.
before it came out to be like what it was. And then that's when I really got pretty good at it. I would say that I'm a pretty badass Crystal Maiden.
Whoa.
Wow.
Support main.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, support.
Anyone who can master Crystal Maiden has to be an evil mastermind.
An evil mastermind.
But,
Yes.
so yeah. So yeah, I think it's typical for say people, especially for us Pinoys, have typical rowdy behavior online.
Oh
In
hell
all,
have you
yeah.
all
have you have
fairness,
you
I think
personally
SCA
experienced?
is all salty.
Uh,
SCA is
yeah.
all
yeah.
salty.
Shout out to Aldrich. He's like the saltiest man I have ever met.
From what I can vaguely remember, Filipinos were not only like really good at it. I
Mhm.
remember having some really hard games against like people from the Philippine servers, but also like the Filipinos were the best trash talkers ever. they
Yeah.
were they were brutal when I was starting out, and
Yeah.
like, oh, not good for your self-esteem.
Okay.
You can get that from the Philippine traffic every day.
Yeah, they can if they cannot release it through road rage, they will just release it
Release
through
it
Find a
online.
different,
online.
yeah.
And the thing was back then, we weren't trash talking people through online. We were shouting at each other at
In the
each other's
computer.
at the computer. Keyboards flying everywhere, chairs, you name it. No holds
Oh
barred.
man.
Is it also typical behavior in Singapore? Uh
Oh, for sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember like
Hmm.
in my younger years, like like going to the cyber cafe, like you would hear a lot of that, lots of trash talking, and I was just like, yeah, typical day in the office. But
Yeah.
then, um, once I started doing it at home or just having like a home setup, then it was a lot more different. And then I stopped playing random online parties. I was always like I would have to schedule the time to play because I work like a little too many jobs, but I mostly would just play with a group, and so
Hmm.
the communication was healthy.
Yeah.
yeah. Healthy and colorful. We should say. Okay. So enough of say a server toxicity. We just need to get into the chase and uh really start the ball rolling with Sarah and Christian here. So okay. So Sarah, Christian, I would like to ask how did Ship Ahoy became became tag team? How did you meet, and how were you able to how did you start wrestling?
Can I
Okay.
can I can I take a guess?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Farah offered Christian a piece of the Chips Ahoy cookie, and they look into each other like, "Hey, we have something here." And the rest is
The rest is
So I'll tell you
history.
what. I'll tell you
And
what.
poof, it became Coco Crunch. Just kidding. Sorry.
It definitely had something to do with a
Hmm.
cookie.
Hmm.
But so I'll just start from the beginning,
Yes.
because I came in to Grapple Max first.
He was the first one.
I
Yep.
came in first. So I discovered Grapple Max in late 2019,
Mm.
and I was living in the area where our third
Dojo.
iteration
Yeah.
of the dojo was located. and I had no idea it was there. I literally lived 5 minutes away from it.
Wow, very
Yeah.
near.
Wow.
And I was always a fan of wrestling growing up. The whole family would watch it, and but when I discovered it, I like for me that was such a mind blown thing because you would never. I don't think anybody who actually gets into wrestling would ever think that they would actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it just seems like such a larger than life type of dream, but it was there. It was 5 minutes away, and I went for my tryout, and then things picked up pretty quickly. Sarah came in I want to say it was like 2021, Sarah,
Wow.
Before COVID,
before COVID. But
Whoa.
I didn't see you in training
we
during my
had
training
different
period.
timing, different timings. I was there.
Where were you hiding?
See, we have different time slots in our trainings, but
Right.
yeah, I was there.
Okay, but fast forward to 2023,
Yeah,
2023.
yeah,
It would
yeah.
be 2023. So I was given the task of just partnering with Sarah for actually what was only meant to be just one match.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so at this point, Sarah had only had tag matches.
yeah. It was only like two, two
Yeah.
matches.
2 matches. But also like that first match was already like an iconic match because she went up against Nor Phoenix Diana. And
Whoa.
yeah, so they definitely wanted to make like a headline and see like the two only hijabi wrestlers to
Hmm.
get in the ring with each other. So it was
Yeah.
a very
Mhm.
iconic
A
moment.
fascinating.
Yeah. But yes, 2023, I was given a task to pair up with her, and it was essentially to just give her more experience in being in the ring, just more ring experience, in ring experience, and just getting
Exposure.
yeah, and getting used to the flow of it. But maybe at the time, she wasn't ready just yet
Mhm.
to do single stuff. And so, just for fun, I wasn't even like I in my mind it was always just a one time assignment, and my I didn't have any storyline at the time just because I just ended my cruiserweight championship storyline, and so I was ready to like after that whole thing had ended, I was like, okay, I'll just take a back seat first, and I was okay with like taking a break. But then they were like, hey, why don't you do this thing with Sarah?
Mhm.
So just for fun, because I thought she had really great aesthetics. Like she's probably the more flashier ones on the roster. Like
Oh.
Yeah.
she had really cool wrestling gear, and I was probably the only one from the guy side who had like pretty cool gear as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for
Oh,
me,
yes, yes.
I pressured myself like because I only had like 1 week, but then I was like, I'm gonna make something blue as well, just to look sort of in sync with Sarah, even though it was just like a one-time thing. Yeah. And then when we had that match, um, people were really into it. People were really into it. People were under the impression that we were a team. And then there was a lot of questions about it, but they really liked the pairing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As for the name,
Yeah.
we got interviewed by another podcast. It wasn't an official interview yet, but they were just asking, like, okay, like, is this something that could be a thing? Could this be a duo? And I was like, yeah, maybe. And I was eating cookies at the.
There you go.
There,
There.
there you go.
Yes. Yes.
Nice hitch,
Later,
nice hitch,
Chewy.
Mandy. Nice hitch.
I was eating cookies at the time, and he was like, "What would the name be?" So I was just like, "Chips Ahoy." But at the time, I just said, "Yeah," because it was Chips Ahoy cookies. And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
so Chips Ahoy," and it was just a joke. Like it was never meant to. Like we didn't even workshop a name yet. And
Yeah.
then the next show, we got booked to do again together,
Mhm.
and so Greg, our owner of Grapple Max, Greg was like, "Why don't you?"
Yeah. Our head coach
Yeah,
also. Mhm.
owner, head coach. He said, "Why don't
Oh.
you continue to do this with Sarah?" And I wasn't doing anything, and I actually found it more interesting and exciting to do something that I was told to do as opposed to trying to figure out something for myself.
For yourself, yeah.
Yeah, I actually think that. I mean, everyone's wrestling journey is different, but I found it very difficult to find myself in pro wrestling. I like did not know what to be. You know, like what's my thing, what's my gimmick, and then
Yeah.
being given the assignment of Ships Ahoy and to like be a pirate was the funny thing about it is I had fun just going with the flow and going like, okay, pirate, okay, sure, pirate, and just going with it. But then I found that I found my identity by being in the Ships Ahoy duo,
Wow.
which is a very mean bully.
Not mean. We're
Yeah.
not that
I
mean.
mean, we were baby faces first,
Yeah.
and so our whole thing was that we were riding on this friendship, and
Yes,
that our
friendship.
friendship would always get us would always bring us success if I rely on Sarah and she relies on me, and with the power of our friendship, we would just always like win our matches because
Yes.
we think alike or she knows what I'm thinking. There's an unspoken bond. But
We
then
have the
as time,
pirate's way.
Yeah.
yes, we have the Pirates Way, which at first was just like a cute thing, but then after we made our transition and decided to become baddies, that's when I
It's time to
really
walk the
started to
plank,
have
Haley.
fun. That's when I really started to enjoy, and I was like, oh, actually, I really like being a bad guy. Yeah. Eh, yeah.
You're hitting two birds now, man.
Yeah, yeah. Being this run with Chips Ahoy as a heel is the first time I've ever been a heel,
Mm.
and I would describe our heel experience as not your typical heel experience because
Mm.
um, we actually struggled to have people hate us.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a girl. They like
Yeah,
girls being evil.
just no
They
matter
like
what.
the baddies.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really did. And no matter what we did, we would do all these things of like, okay, how can we, like, oh, why don't we cheat this way? Like, why don't we even cheat to win our first ever tag team championships? And still it was celebrated. And I was like, ugh, I don't even know. I don't
Yeah,
even know if we're heels now. We're just some kind of tweener
it-
kind of thing,
Yeah.
that's because I think it's because we live in an age where a lot of the fans are smart or
Yeah.
smart marks, as someone would call it.
Yeah.
Like for example, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
MJF.
Yep.
He's beloved, but he would spit in your mouth, run over you type bad guy, even outside,
Mm.
and he will keep that character, and
He
people
maintains
still
the
love him.
persona. Yeah.
Right, and I think that's what's happening with you guys. People are enjoying it. The more they enjoy it, the more they love it. They can't boo you now unless
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think
kill the
to
president.
I think to specify even further in our Singapore wrestling scene context, I would say that they've never had a heel character like ours,
Mm.
Yeah.
and
Entertaining
we've
heel.
very
Mm.
entertaining heel, and for a lack of a better description, like. I mean, yes, we have bad guys who do cheating things and all that kind of
Right.
stuff, but we've never just had like a
The color.
straight up bitch,
Uh,
just
Yes.
like a bully, but like dramatic, and the team aesthetic is very flamboyant, and Sarah plays a mean girl really well. But I would also say that um I mean, I'll let Sarah tell the story, but I personally feel like she really came out of her shell once she became a bad guy.
Oh.
That's when I saw like so much more life in like her character portrayal, and I was like, oh, you were like meant to be a bad girl.
Yes, channeling the losing streak in Overwatch, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it. How I was in
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
By the way, I was maining Mercy in Overwatch,
Oh.
so I
now,
was a support. But I was that Mercy who would shoot you with a gun if you didn't want to get healed or anything like that.
Everyone will be healed when the enemy team is dead.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Okay.
So
I
I was good as a bad girl for some reason. I just thought, what would they not like? A delusional girl who is confident and is selfish. Yeah, pretty much. Mhm.
Okay. Eugene. Yeah, have
I,
you
well, I
some
just
you have some questions?
I just want to add, since because it's really hard to be a heel, especially when you guys have like really great costumes. Then I would
Yeah.
say that because the hat thing was the good, and the vest I would
Mm,
say is the best thing.
yeah.
The pirate thing is you can't really hate. It's really hard to hate pirates. I would say.
Yeah.
And the vest makes them flamboyant. Like
Stand
There
out.
you
Yes.
go. Yeah,
when I
Stand
was
Yeah.
stand
watching,
out.
yeah, when I was watching Chris walk down the ramp to the ring, and he was on the ropes, and he was looking at the people like that with the vest, and I was like, look at this guy. Look at how fabulous this guy is.
Yeah.
So a funny story about that. When I got up on the rope and I was like looking around, right? I was actually looking for my mom.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
because
sweet.
supportive parent.
it
That's
was
sweet.
my first time as an adult to the Philippines. I hadn't been back to the Philippines since I was a kid,
Mm,
and so doing this trip was an opportunity for me to. I mean, my mom lives here, but she moves back and forth, and so like we have she's got a home in the Philippines as well, and like relatives, and I took the opportunity to go and visit my family and like get to know them, and essentially see the area where my mom grew up. And also this was actually the first time she would have watched me live, so I really wanted her to have a good experience. But um I mean, and it was an amazing experience, and I think like the lighting situation and the whole like setup of the show was so good. But like the lights were amazing, but they were so bright, and I couldn't even see like the person in front of me. Like I wouldn't have been able to see like, I think I only saw like the front row audience, and everyone in the back I couldn't see. And also like the flooring was black, so
mm.
I didn't even see like the steps right in front of me. And it was just so funny because I walked right past my mom because she was front row. I walk right past her and I go into the ring and I'm like looking, and I was just like, where is she?
Did you get lost? Where is she?
Where did she go?
Doing
Yeah,
the
so
Christian
I
thing.
noticed where she was instead.
Yeah, and then
Mm,
and then she told me,
you
and
have
then I
good
looked at her.
eyes.
Yeah.
Good eyes. Nice.
I don't know if
Well,
you knew it, but we really enjoyed visiting FPW and
Oh.
like the
It
whole
was
thing. It was a very fun experience
Mm.
for us.
Okay. Okay. In relation to that, okay, how was your experience traveling to the Philippines and having a match in the FPW Unfinished Business as part of the Ubusan ng Lahi uh, match, Grapple Max Singapore versus FPW representing the Philippines.
Okay, this is the most interesting part for both of us. I don't know
Yes.
who wants to start first
You go, you
because
go.
Yes.
I go, okay, I was doing a geek thing where I was actually in Japan
Mm.
and I was watching a Hololive concert. So, yeah,
oh,
so so I'm not on the card officially, but Christian asked me to accompany him because it's going to be his first time abroad. So I was like, okay, because we're shipped
First,
so high.
first,
Yeah.
first proper international match.
Mhm.
Like I've wrestled international people on our home
Yes.
turf, but
Mm.
I've never been the one going over.
you've never
And
been
it,
the
yeah.
gaijin.
Yeah, and
Mm.
for me, it was a big deal because
Mhm.
for me, it was very symbolic to have my first one be in the motherland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially in the Philippines.
hell
that's
yeah.
right.
So I was like, yes, I will accompany Chris to the Philippines, even though I'm not on the card. That's why I wasn't wrestling. I was
Yeah.
just gonna go there to accompany.
Support.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And then I don't know if you noticed, but during that time it was typhoon season.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
It
Yes.
So
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
that's
It was.
nice.
yes, so there was a typhoon. I managed to come back to Singapore just for one day to change my luggage because it got wrecked by the
Mm.
typhoon when I was in Japan.
Oh,
Whoa.
going back to Singapore around there. One day from Singapore to the Philippines, like the same day. I just got
Wow.
back to Singapore to just change luggage
W-
and go off to the Philippines to find Chris and the whole Grapple Max crew.
Wow.
And then
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank
on
you, thank you.
on my end, so I had the boys were over at my place the night before the flight.
Mm.
And so I remember that week the schedule was really tight because on the day that we were supposed to fly out, we
We
also
had a
had
training show. Yeah,
we had a training show, we had an NWE
Mhm.
show.
Mm.
So we were there to um, help out with the show production wise, and then immediately head to the airport. But before all of that, so the night before, the boys came over to hang out at my house. And then I was like, oh yeah, we should all like probably just do our online check in already. And I went to go get my passport and I realized that it was missing.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
And it ended
this
up
must
being
have
that
been
like
cool.
the boys literally just ransacked my house to try and find it because I couldn't find it anywhere and I was freaking out and I don't even I don't even know how we did it. I mean, I guess Singapore has the capability of being super efficient that way, but I somehow managed to get a passport in a couple of hours.
Wow.
And yeah, and so
As
by the time I
we
got
envy you.
Yeah. We envy.
uh, I wouldn't envy me. That was a very traumatizing
Yeah, well, I was in a storm, typhoon, seeing his messages. I'm like, okay, what's
yeah.
gonna happen next?
Yeah, and I was so bummed. And then Big Dave just said, okay, just keep updating us. Let us know if it's possible that you can get a passport. By the time I got to the show, I was just like I felt so exhausted. I guess just from like being emotionally stressed out the whole day, hoping to like because there's a whole process. You gotta make a police report,
Mm.
and then you go to the embassy and then you appeal and tell them like, hey, it's an emergency, like I really need this. You pay a little extra to expedite the
Yeah,
process,
Mm.
and then also you pay some money because you lost your passport.
yeah.
Yeah. And but somehow we got there, and yeah,
In time.
On
in
time.
time, just in
Yes.
time,
Just
just in
in
time.
time.
uh,
That was fate. Fate.
Wow.
I believe it.
Uh,
It
I
was
kind
fate.
of, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No.
I kind of want to ask, like, how big is like pro wrestling in Singapore compared to the here
Kinabahan
in
ako
the
sa hawig.
motherland? Yeah.
um I mean, compared to the motherland, it's a lot smaller.
Mm.
Ah,
And
okay.
being a part of Grapple Max, I'm not like a first generation Grapple Max member. I would say I
Mhm.
think I'm like a third or fourth generation Grapple Max member. But watching the development and growth of the company, it's happening like really fast.
Mm.
And we originally started out as a just mat wrestling, which was a pretty common gimmick of wrestling in Japan.
And
Yeah.
yeah, in Japan.
And our foundations of our Grapple Max training and syllabus were originally of Japanese origin. Our head advisor is Dick Togo
Oh.
for training, but also um, our head coach and owner Greg has um, I mean, he's built relationships with different prominent people in Japan before finalizing what would have become the original concept of our training syllabus. And he had worked with Dick Togo and people like Emi Sakura
Mm.
as
Yeah.
well. And he also, I believe,
Oh,
he went through the process of going through that training himself
Yeah.
and then finding a way to market it in Singapore, which is a tricky thing to do because I would say that even now, the creative and the art scene is not the biggest scene in Singapore.
Yeah, it's not because we're
Um,
super practical here.
yeah, and I would love for the art scene to thrive, and we need it to because I think in a lot of ways, in order for us to be able to do what we do as a company we are technically classified more as an art as compared to a sport,
Mm.
Yes.
right? I mean, there's always that fine line of is it sports or is it technically entertainment? But in order for us to do what we do, I think we're predominantly more classified as an arts and entertainment type thing.
Hmm.
That's right.
Um, but that is also a scene that is not the most thriving in Singapore.
Mm.
So for me to see, and then also just the fact that Singapore is such a small country,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like we are the size of a country club compared to
We're tiny.
everyone else in Asia. So for me to see that like a regular turnout in the Philippines is like 300-400 in that size of a studio was like amazing to me because we averaged 100
Yeah.
packs and
Because
only
of our
when
space.
yeah,
Yeah.
because of our space for our house shows. But when we go out, only then when we do outside venues do we have the capability of achieving 300 packs. And then for me to see that in the Philippines, you casually acquire 300 packs was amazing to me. But then also the fans are so hardcore, they're so
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
And they're definitely smart because I mean, they were brutal in their reactions to Ships Ahoy, but then when the show was over, everybody was so friendly, and like I
Yeah.
was getting so many goodies and treats, and like it was honestly the best first international experience I could ever have.
Yeah. How about you, Sarah? How was the experience? Even though you
Oh,
haven't had any matches during that time, we hope
Not
it.
yet.
Would you
Not yet.
want
Well,
We
to?
look
yeah. Would
forward
you
to it,
want to?
yes.
well, yes. I mean, I
Boss
was
Ed,
there
baka
to
naman.
accompany. I was just there. I liked the audience. It was very fun teasing them, even though I could not wrestle officially.
Mm,
I could still like make fun by the sideways.
yeah.
I could still
Yeah.
comment to them. They were really good. And I also enjoyed talking with the Filipino wrestlers also.
Mm.
Yes, they were very fun and friendly.
Yeah, everybody was so
I,
kind and
Yeah.
accommodating to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
a match I want to hang on. Boss Red, gusto daw mag-wrestling ni Sarah?
You
Lalaban
know,
That's a
siya
we
match
sa
will
I
go
want to
Twitch.
through
see.
stuff. We will go through stars. We'll go through whatever. Book us in the Philippines. We will come to you.
We
Yes.
want it. We
You
want it.
want
We'll
it.
as
spread
Yeah.
as
the
we
word.
as we yeah, as we always say after every foreigner that comes to the match, to the show, please come back.
Please come back. Of course.
SPD has already came here like 3 times, so we
Oh,
might
but
we might
he's
as well
he's
more drop
so
him.
he's
Yeah.
so popular there. He's so popular in the Philippines.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
handsome.
Yeah. He's so handsome. A
Yeah,
lot of
he's a pogi.
Pogi, yeah. A lot of, you know what? There's a story in one of SPD's matches in the Philippines. There's one row of girls who are really
Mhm.
shouting because of SPD's entrance and also his, you know, uh
They were
package.
squealing.
Squealing, yeah,
They were
squealing.
squealing for
Squealing
him.
for him.
Sounds about right.
Even I
Uh,
question myself.
That's the origin of why people shouting not on the face because of,
Wag sa mukha.
wag sa mukha.
Because yeah,
Because of SPD's handsome face.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
To
you know what's
preserve his
hilarious?
handsome face, don't please, we said don't hit the
Oh yeah,
face.
wag sa mukha.
Wag sa mukha.
He was confused
I,
too, looking at. Sorry, yeah.
and I have a question for Sarah.
Yeah.
Let's if we want to would veer away for a bit with wrestling. Do
Okay.
you still play Overwatch or do you play other games? What are you into right now? What
I
games are you
play
into?
other games, not Overwatch, because Overwatch got too salty. I
Grr.
am
Oh.
playing all the retro games or RPGs.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you also into JRPG?
Sometimes, but
Mm.
right now I'm also playing this thing called Road to Empress. It's a novel, it's a visual novel. It is
mm.
stupidly good for some
Mm.
reason, even though it's
It's
cheap.
like a
Yeah,
it's like a
it's a visual novel.
simulation. Yeah.
Yeah, but the cinematic is great, and there's a lot of different storylines. Yeah,
Oh.
Road to Empress.
Is it available via Steam?
Yes, definitely
Oh,
available via Steam.
okay. I'll check on it.
This is not sponsored by Steam, by the way.
Okay.
So,
All right.
It's
well,
So,
how about Chris?
Chris,
Do
yeah.
you still play
Oh,
games?
so if we count wrestling as well, I work 3 jobs.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
And so I'm very busy. And these days, I find that the only thing I really have time for is very casual gaming.
Mm.
So these days, it's just me and my Nintendo Switch, and
mm.
a lot of lately, it's just been a lot of Pokemon and Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is my, and I know that people are so over it, but Animal Crossing is like my what do you call that? Like once you're in,
comfort.
yeah, it's my comfort game. Like once I'm in bed, I'll check in on it, and then that's like my unwinding time.
Mm.
Yeah, and I just go to bed to that. I've become a cozy gamer.
it's all good.
After
Yeah.
all the trash talking from the
Yeah.
All the
past.
trash talk.
Like
After that.
now, it's all short form games. Like simple. Yeah. I would say they're all very like cozy slash farming slash. Ew, I guess I've been reduced to just cozy gaming.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Each to their own pace. Ika nga.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'll go back to a bit of to wrestling. Okay. So I think 10 days after this would be a year that you won your championship in one of the your events. Is it your first championship last year that you won it?
Oh, tag team.
Our
Yeah,
tag team championship.
tag team championship.
So that would be that's a second championship for me.
Mhm.
First one for
First for
Sarah.
me.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was gonna be 1 year. Has it been 1 year already?
Yes.
Yes, because Valentine's Day.
Wow, I
Oh.
vaguely remember this. Wow.
Wow. So, do you have
Happy
any
anniversary to
happy
your title
yeah,
win.
first title win?
Damn.
I think that's your first title as tag teams, right?
That's our first
Mm,
title as a tag team.
Mm.
It was a fun experience. It was a
yeah.
unique experience because we were, again, so the company has to do a lot of collaborations with arts and entertainment in order for us to sometimes get possible venues and we're always looking to collaborate with someone or be able to acquire sponsorships or things of that sort. And we were it was coming into that time where Greg acquired the Golden Mile projector thing, right?
Yes.
Just we were reaching to the point where we knew we were going to perform at the projector, and
That's a cinema place for you
yeah,
guys.
Mm.
sorry, it's a
The
cinema,
old cinema.
a very yeah, it's been around for a long time, and it was considered iconic, and then also on its final year,
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
closing
they're gonna
down.
close it down.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah.
it has already closed
Oh.
down since.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so, Greg being the creative mind that he is, he wanted to find a way to be able to, like, how can we incorporate the theme of cinema and the essence of cinema into our show, and how can we make
Pro
this?
wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were already champions by then, but basically, so before I get to that, yeah, so we became tag champions on very short notice. We just when as soon as we became bad guys, if anything at all, I think we became even more popular.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, and for
And the way
me,
how we won.
yeah, and
So,
for me,
so
I
you
was
were
just
faces.
we were
So you were
faces.
faces when you won the title.
No,
No, no,
no,
no, no,
we
no.
were heels.
Oh.
Yeah, but we had just made a heel turn, and people seemed to like it, and then
Mm.
we had a whole new look, and then we switched up into the black and gold gear,
Yeah.
the black and
Yes.
gold gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got
and
super obnoxious.
yeah, and I was just having so much fun with it because I was like, oh my god, I can finally do bad guy things. I'm slapping people all the time, and and I'll really like give it.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
real slaps, by the
yeah.
way.
Whoa.
And shout out to Sean from Sean the Pillar Pong of Aussie because he takes it like a champ. He always takes it. I mean, I'll tell him like, "Hey, I'm gonna slap you today," and he was like, "All right," and I really like go for
Yes.
it.
Wow.
And but like the crowd would eat it up. They loved it so much, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm trying to get booed here," but like they love it. And then they love Sarah's new iteration to her character where she's really, really whiny,
Yes.
and she's all like, I want this, I want that. But then as soon as she's like on the losing end, she's just like, oh, stop, I'm just a lady. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
yeah. So the change and the shift just got us more popular. And then it was decided very on short notice. And then creative told us like, you guys will be champions. And I was like, whoa, okay, because I felt like we were only just establishing Ships Ahoy in terms of this new identity as heels, so I didn't expect anything so quickly. Um, and I'm glad that it happened. It was a wonderful experience, albeit a bit short, but we made the most of
Yes.
our what is
Our ring.
90 plus day reign, and
That's
took
pretty
lots of
lengthy. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like Hotshot was like champion for like over 400 days now. It was
Oh.
until SPD finally broke the streak. Thank God.
Is that heel Chris talking now?
No, that's real me. Real me loves SPD.
Uh,
Yeah, but yeah, we had a short reign. We made the most
Yeah.
of it, but it was also a very gimmicky era for us. And we tried to do a lot of different things to, one, get them to hate us, make it entertaining, and make it befit the vibe that is Ships Ahoy. Like Ships Ahoy is beyond just a typical like, oh, we're badasses. We want to be like dominating champions. We were just more champions that were very petty,
Yes.
petty champions. I would like to compare that
Right.
to, like the behaviors of women wrestlers like the Iconics or
yeah.
Lay
yes.
Cool. Lay Cool is
Lay
probably
Cool.
a better representation of like the petty energy that we were behaving like as our characters. And it all culminated into the match at the projector where we lost. But it was a cinematic themed match.
Yes.
It was also a pirate plunder match, so essentially a hardcore match. And
I'm sorry. What was the name of the match again?
a
Pirate
pirate
Plunder
plunder
match.
match. Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, the story is that we had won, but Aussie like kept asking for a rematch over and over, and we said like, look, this is the last time, and it's going to be on our terms. It'll be a pirate plunder match, where stars are born, where movies are made, and we had a hardcore match, and I'll never forget it. It will always be one of my favorite memories because I got hit with a glass bottle to the head, and Sarah got slammed through a table.
The
Whoa.
best.
Damn.
Damn.
Best feeling.
Yes.
She's very lucky.
So no-
I've yet to experience it. I would love to be slammed through a table.
So
Mhm.
so no one walked the plank in that match.
No, logistically, the venue didn't allow for
Yeah. Yeah.
it. The cinematic aspect to the match was we did a really fun pre-recording.
Mm.
So we had set up production a week before to film what was about like a
The segment.
4 or 5 minute segment of ridiculous like stunt fighting.
Right.
And in this world, so we would run away from live stage to disappear, and then this would
It
play
cuts
on the
to the
screen.
cinema. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it would become like this 5 minute like cinema experience because the audience and the way that they're seated, they're essentially in a cinema.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's just this big screen in front, so they're watching like us run away, Chips Ahoy chasing us, YC with his magic boomerang that like behaves like Captain America's shield,
Right.
and our pirate crew and then like
Yes.
some crazy stunt fighting and running away, and
It was very Power
it
Rangers.
was very Power Rangers.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and
nice.
then we would make sure that we timed it right so that as soon as the clip ends, we would appear back into live stage in real time,
Right.
and then continue the match. It was a 20-25 minute match, probably
Mm.
one of our
Mm,
longer ones.
yeah.
And I mean, honestly, one of the coolest ways to lose the title. Yeah,
Yes. The
Wow.
cool
most
And I don't
dramatic.
experience.
think that's
Mhm.
ever been done in the independent. I mean, you
Mm.
had the Boneyard match of
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker and
Mm,
Styles. You had stuff in the West like that,
mm-hmm.
but I don't think that's ever been done, at least in the independent scene in Southeast Asia. So props to you guys for being the first cinematic match in Southeast Asian pro wrestling. That's amazing.
I never even
Yes.
thought of that, but honestly, like major props to Greg, our head coach and owner. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, like he came up with it. And
Well,
to be honest, I was originally, I remember my original feelings about this. I was not that into it because I was like, oh, like it's starting to get so gimmicky. Like we're always getting the gimmick matches, because during our title defense, we did a whole match where
Yeah.
we didn't even let Aussie touch us.
Yes.
We were just constantly running out of the ring, running back in, and like just trying to be loser champions, right? But people just still found it entertaining, and but I look back at it fondly because it's such a learning experience for us. Because
Yeah.
every
Each
single
match is
is a
a
learning
learning
experience,
experience
yeah.
for us. Yeah.
And we just treat it like an assignment, because it's
right.
where we're given a very difficult task of like, oh, like they're gonna hate this. They're not gonna like it because we're not wrestling.
Mm.
You know, like we're being petty. We're being scaredy cats and sore losers. How do we make this entertaining? And that's the real assignment. There is how do we make it
Yes.
entertaining? And so and it's because of that that I look back at that championship reign very fondly because no one else was the right fit to do something like that in terms of the different personalities on the roster. I think that this was a type of gimmick that only Ships Ahoy could do.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Right.
I'd say that was a success.
Mm.
But
Amazing.
shifting, going back to what Sarah mentioned earlier, when she turned heel and she's embracing the character, you mentioned Sarah something about what do you call this? You trying to antagonize the opponent, and then when they're going after you, you're gonna say like, "I'm just a girl. I'm just a
Yeah.
girl." So
Yeah. Pretty
so
much.
so how do you feel about, because in the West and in some parts it's like it's prohibited for, for, if even if there's a mixed tag match, like
Mm.
in WWE there's a mixed tag match, but the
Mm-hmm.
men and the women barely touch each other, unless they have to tag. If the women
Mm-hmm.
tag,
Mm.
the opponent has to tag. But in the independent scene it's pretty different, like with Pentagon and Chelsea
Yes.
Green, their
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh,
matching
my
on the
Yeah.
favorite, by the
underground,
way. My
Yeah.
favorite.
right?
Yeah.
How do you
Scarlet
feel?
chops.
How do you feel people, especially wrestling fans, should accept? I should. Is that equality? Does that count as equality? How do you feel people should accept men and women fighting for a championship, to win
Mhm.
in this
Mm.
sport, in this entertainment?
Well, they'll see what kind of branding is it. Ours is more Japanese based,
Mm.
so we have more Japanese based wrestling viewers.
Mm.
They know this is
Mm,
normal. They're normal for us.
Yeah.
If they are
yes,
Western
in
based,
Japan.
yeah, if they're Western based audience, they might think, "Hey, that's weird," but they'll start to learn that we are Japanese based. So it's pretty much like
Mm,
watching anime and dramas. You
Yeah.
will start to adapt. You will start to adapt
Yeah.
mm,
because even for Japanese based viewers, they will go, "How come the guy isn't hitting the girl?" Because it would have been equal for them. But then
Mm.
they
right.
learn that's the different rules.
Yeah. I just remember Asuka Kana before
Mm,
having a
Mm.
match with Minoru Suzuki, right?
Oof,
With
yes.
that was a brutal one.
Yeah.
that
Brutal.
was a brutal one.
That's a
Oof.
brutal.
But
Yeah.
she
Slaps.
asked. She asked for
She
it.
asked for it. Really?
She
Yeah.
asked for it. I remember she asked for it, but
Watch that.
she took such a beating. I wanted to touch on what Sarah said a little bit.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I think now more than ever, like the role of a woman is always constantly being questioned, and especially in pro wrestling. I think that it's made much more of a big deal in the West
Mm.
when there's a male to female interaction, and but I think that if the storytelling can be told realistically, then it's I mean, like the guys on our roster, we're not all ridiculously large,
Yeah.
6 foot, 300 pound
Right.
athletes, and
Mm.
Sarah at her stature and in real life is a very strong person, and she would be able to wrestle someone like Sean or YC realistically and have a fighting chance at it. And I think that as long as it's being told realistically, and we do take the psychology of it seriously as well. We want things to have a certain level of realism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if not, I think it starts to dive into the realm of comedy wrestling.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Sarah in fact can hold her own. She can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I when I was
Mm.
watching the match, I was like, she can throw a hell of a punch, an elbow, a slap. The first slap that you gave, I think that was from Heaven. What was the
Heaven and
opponent again?
Earth.
Heaven
Yeah.
Simon.
Yeah.
and Earth.
Simon.
Yeah,
Mm.
He was
yeah. When
watching the triple tag team.
Mm.
yeah,
Ah, okay, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
when she
Yes.
threw that slap, it was like, wow, that gotta that's gotta be
She's got that
But
Stephanie McMahon slap.
Oh yeah.
oh,
Oh, bam!
Damn.
the boss's slap.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's just amazing that we're breaking through, especially with what you guys are doing, being in a tag team, a tag team that has held tag titles, has put uh has put the strap on a rocket for you as a tag team in the situation as a male and female partner, just
Yes.
like because we've had that before. We had Team Rocket, Bonnie and Clyde,
Mm.
but in a physical environment, you normally don't see this. So this is something innovative. This is
Yeah,
amazing, and
you're
you know,
you're you're absolutely right. And uh I mean, we knew we had a special thing here, and it was something that
Hmm.
I really wanted to continue because you don't normally have a male female tag situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you always have a male and then female manager situation, but
always the manager.
yeah, 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 but
Yeah.
there's never so much. It's a commodity. It's a rare commodity, and we learned how much of a special thing that was when we had our interaction with Best Bros.
Hmm.
Um, and so we really, aside from them, don't really have um, a reference to look at to say like, hey, we should take little bits of this and that as inspiration for what this could be. We really didn't, and I think Best Bros are probably the only prominent ones that are doing it.
For those
I
who don't know, it's Mei Suruga and
Balian
Alian
Aki,
Aki. Yeah,
yeah,
from
Mm.
Japan.
and they're an amazing duo, and it was such an honor to be able to interact and have a tag match with them. This was during our tag team tournament when our tag team belts first debuted.
Mm.
Hmm.
A 2-day tournament was held to declare a winner,
Hmm.
and so we got to wrestle Best Bros, and it was the coolest experience. Probably still a big high experience to this day for us.
Yes.
And it was interesting to watch their dynamic, and they were really the only other example that we could look at to see like how we could be. I mean, they have a different dynamic with Mei Suruga being smaller in stature. She's usually being thrown around or being used as a weapon, and she obviously is the flyer, and Aki more of the base for their tag team interaction. And they gave us so much advice as to like,
Yeah.
you guys have everything so far. You guys have like a really great aesthetic, a great theme. And at the time, the only thing that we were missing is really more like we are two different personalities, but how do we bring it together? And
Right.
at the time, we were still forming
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy's identity as baby faces, and but the way that we were wrestling was just two individuals who were a team, but
Mm.
two very different wrestling styles. And how could we bring it together? And it turns out that it was the petty factor. So I always make that joke that these days I feel like I wrestle like a diva now. It's always just slap, slap, hair pull, slap. But and then just throw in a couple moves here and there. But the chemistry now is so much tighter than ever before. And it just turns out that being bad guys is the thing that brought us even closer together.
and
Yeah.
and imagine, imagine the pop that you're gonna get once you get that underdog feel when you guys turn face again and everybody's just right behind
Right.
you cheering for Ships Ahoy.
Ugh, oh my god! I'll be
Hoist
honest.
the
Just
mainsail.
just hearing him say that,
Yeah.
like, it stressed me out because I do not miss being a baby face. I think it's
I was
so.
so formal as a baby face. I was so
eh,
proper.
I think it's so much harder to be a good guy. I think that
Yeah.
as a good guy, you really have to work for it.
Mm.
Hmm.
Like I will say that I think Singaporean fans are not forgiving.
Oh.
Mm.
They're not forgiving, so you have to work for their support. Whereas I think it's easy for Singaporeans to be unimpressed. So if you're a bad guy
Right.
and they're just like, ooh, like, that's easy to get. I think it's really
Right.
easy to get a boo, but to get their love and support is a different thing. So, which is
Right.
why I said that, like, I think our heel experience is very different.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right
Also,
about that because
yeah,
oh, go ahead,
I
Sarah.
am
Go ahead.
I am the official heel female in the region. If you notice, all the other
Yes.
females kind of
Mm, mm.
faces or tweeners. I'm the official heel of the region for some reason.
You're the main heel of the Singapore.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I think I don't know who said it. You can correct me on this, guys. Was it Cena or was it Cody Rhodes who mentioned that it's easy to be hated. It's easy to make someone hate you, but it's so hard to be a babyface. It's so
Cody
hard.
Rhodes,
Cody
yeah,
Road.
Mm.
It was
Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, but I've
So
also think that a lot of different heels have mentioned in interviews how it's easier to. I mean, every role has a pro and con. As a heel,
right.
it's easy to be hated.
Mm.
You
Mm,
know, well, I
mm.
think we're definitely the exception. But
Yeah.
And
uh,
Dominic Mysterio.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
and to be honest, like, as a first time being a heel person, if I was experiencing the Dominic Mysterio experience, oof, I don't know that I could mentally and emotionally be ready for something like that, because the hatred felt so genuine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, I think,
Yeah.
like, there was definitely a moment where he was by far like the most hated
Yeah.
individual.
In
Yeah.
professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's easy to be hated, but then also, I like, traditionally the heel role carries the match as well, leads the match. And so that was a new role for me as well, to take on something that I think is a bit more senior, like a senior role, to carry a match, lead the match for, to wrestle someone that's maybe new or debuting. Yeah. And new for Sarah in many ways as well. Yeah.
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 I think you also mentioned that you have uh a developmental academy. So
Yeah.
Mm.
can you also tell us how do you develop your roster? Because I think it's also similar here in the Philippines that we have several academies or factories where the wrestlers would teach newbies how to wrestle.
Hmm. So the NWE Academy is still pretty new. I would say it's about 2 or 3 years of a concept now that we've been doing.
Yep.
I would say that the syllabus doesn't stray too far, but we also realize that we could also essentially capitalize on the development of the newer kids to give them the full like performer experience and
With less
originally
stress.
with less stress, by
Yeah.
by giving them a smaller show, but giving them the production experience, the audience experience, and but at the same time be able to manage the expectations of the audience attending and knowing that like this is for them to, I mean, like there's bound to be mistakes made or maybe little awkward moments and whatever, but
Yeah.
it's a different crowd. I mean,
Hmm.
our very hardcore fans will support us regardless, so they'll come for NWE shows or main roster shows. But the NWE show is meant to feel a lot more cozy.
Yeah.
It's more friends and families coming down to support. It's at a cheaper ticketing price as well. The production is simpler, lesser matches on the card, and
It's more intimate.
it's more intimate, and
Yeah.
it's a concept that I wish existed during my time because I was one of those people that really suffered from major stage fright in the
Yeah.
beginning of
Mm.
I had a very I debuted one day before worldwide lockdown.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. And
It's
so
mind-boggling.
yeah. And so that was February 29th, 2020 was my debut match. And the world was already, the news was talking about COVID already, and things were still very unsure, but like slowly countries were starting to lock down. Singapore had not yet. The very next day it did, but we, like measures were already being taken. So I
Yeah.
actually didn't even have a live performance debut match. I had what was like
Streaming.
a streaming service debut match type of thing. So I had less stress of having to perform in front of a live audience and really just around my peers only. And so I never really considered that day as like my real debut because when Singapore started to open up again and allow audiences and events to happen, that was 2022, I guess.
22.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
because
too.
that's when I debuted.
That's when she debuted. Yeah,
Mm.
2022, like first live show of the year that we were. That felt more like a real debut to me because I got the real experience of performing in front of a crowd, and it took quite a while before I could get over that nervousness. I was the type of person that would look in between people and not directly at their face just to help cover up the fact that I was really, really afraid of being in a crowd. Yeah.
Speaking of that, is it true that when you're nervous, you have to try and picture the audience naked? Does that work?
I'm a very
No.
desensitized individual. So seeing a naked person would not do much for me. Yeah.
No. I would be thinking, am I doing this safely or not? I'm not gonna think about it.
Yeah.
Nudity
yeah.
is not something that terrifies me. I find it funny. But I don't think that would like yeah, I don't think that works for me. I think I just kind of zone out. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel that I somehow leave my body
Out of body experience.
and my body is running on autopilot to experience the thing that I am stressed out about. And then and then when it's all said and done and I go backstage, I'm just like, oh, did that really happen?
Wow.
Yeah. And then the next day I won't even
That's
remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as Jomar mentioned, we hold watch parties,
Mm-hmm.
and I do the hosting for
Yep.
that.
Mm.
But behind the scenes, there's always something going on, like with the expenses and the prices and stuff.
Other uncertainties.
Yeah.
There
Mm-hmm.
are other things going on with the venue and stuff. But when you're in front of the attendees, the audience, it's like it's not you that's in there.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
afterward,
like someone
Afterwards, like,
else.
Someone else.
Someone
what
else
the
did
hell
all of that.
happened?
Yes. No,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
really I think that's exactly what I'm trying to describe. It just feels like someone else did it for me. And
Autopilot. No.
and I like to think that it's like the autopilot, or it's the actual, like Christian the Velvet Voyager who takes over to do all that stuff. And because I'll like, after the show, and then you go and mingle, and they're like, oh, when you did this, and I was like, oh, I did. When did I do that? Yes. But then it's a good training in a way that like I'd like to think that it's great that my autopilot is able to improvise on the fly, like should a mistake happen, and then that we can instinctively do that, and also like it's the thing that we constantly train for. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we train to do our foundation and our basics, and like moves are the next little added detail after that. But it's really more of the small nuances and psychology that Grapple Max is really focused on, because we take pride in the fact that we can tell a story with very, very simplistic moves. And I think that for us, if the moves become like the big focus, then it starts to get a little too indie or a little too spot fest.
Yeah.
And
It loses something.
yeah, it
Mm.
loses if too many moves happen, then there's too much for the audience to really remember. And we always treat
Mm.
the audience, even though we know who our regulars are, we always treat the audience like it's their first time.
Right.
So storylines are simplistic. We need to visually make it clear, like, okay, this is obviously a good person, this person's a bad guy. Visually, we try to make it, I think my original idea and concept for Ships Ahoy was not to be so obviously a pirate, but we needed it to be idiot proof, like, yeah, the pirate, that pirate girl and boy, yeah, like we needed it to be that easy to remember. And so we just bright colors, simple storytelling, but prominent enough that like you can remember, like, oh yeah, Sarah does the spear and Chris does the X Factor and whatnot. And yeah, and then also just individual goals. Like I always just try to pick things that other people won't do. And I knew that no one would do something like this, at least within the roster of Ships Ahoy. No one would do something that's very, I guess, traditionally diva.
Right.
Yeah. Like I like to think that we're bringing in somewhat of a diva experience to this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think speaking of the diva experience, I think you're getting close to what Kit Wilson is
Yeah.
becoming
Kit
these
Wilson.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I
He's great. Like I've always been like a fan of the, like, even when he was still in the tag team stitch.
Pretty
The
deadly.
Pretty
the
deadly.
the aesthetics and what they're doing, and having a very iconic piece of music is so important. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
even their music when they were attacking it was
yes.
very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Which
that's
is great, because I feel like as of lately WWE themes just kind of suck right now.
Pretty
you know who to
generic.
blame for that.
Pretty generic.
Pretty generic.
We know
Mm.
who to blame for that.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I think it's like the Powerpuff Girls, the sugar, spice, and everything nice. If you have the right ingredients, the theme song, the gimmick,
Mhm.
the not
Proper
necessarily
gear.
the moves that the what
The proper gear, like
the
Yeah.
proper
the proper gear,
the
make it unique.
proper
Yeah.
gear,
Presentation.
Yeah,
Presentation.
the
Presentation.
presentation and
all in the package.
Yeah. the package, the
Yeah.
whole package. Whether if it's you don't need to be a Bret Hart or a Ric Flair or a Stone
Mhm.
Cold. Someone I see you guys, you two, as as great students of the game, and when you
Yeah.
when you told us about the the match where you were not letting Ozzy touch you, I think that's a very good learning experience, because what will you do during that time? You're gonna interact with the audience. That's what you're
Against,
gonna do. Then
yes.
that's what you can focus on. Because when you're in a match, I think you uh what do you call this? Hone your skills, your
Hmm.
move set.
Mm.
You're doing the match, but when you're doing
Yeah.
that, that's a whole nother level. So
Yeah.
props to you guys for
I absolutely agree. Like no amount of training can prep you for what actually happens in the ring.
right.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
True.
moves and safety, yes, of course, but like actually interacting with a fan, feeling stage fright, or making a mistake live and learning to correct yourself through some type of improvisation is something that can only happen by simply just making that mistake. And I think a lot of new people, myself included, when you first come into it, you want everything to be perfect. You're like,
Mm.
oh, I want to debut this way, and I want like my character to be like this, and it was not that way for me at all. And I think that if you just let yourself be okay to make those mistakes,
Hmm.
and you'll learn from it. And I think the saying is definitely true that a lot of times, especially with casual fans, they only remember you for the last thing that they saw.
Mm.
So you're remembered for like your last match, and not so much like what you did 4 matches ago. I mean, there are people that know our history really well, but like
Hmm.
from a casual fan perspective, people remember 1 or 2 highlights from your match and the last time that they saw you. So even if it's something as simple as a really, really loud slap, they're going to remember it because the reaction was strong. And so I think me and Sarah really focus on the visual
Yes.
experience for the
The
fans.
audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Like,
think of the audience a lot.
we do think of the audience a lot, and our different backgrounds complement each other. Sarah is she's in production,
Mm.
and I'm sort of in well, I guess I'm still counted in fashion and editorial. I work as a hairdresser. Yeah, and
Mm.
I work with I mean everything from regular clientele, private clientele, corporate, local celebrities, key influencers. So keeping on trend is part of the job.
It's beautiful. Yeah, test all
That
the time.
explains
Pero
the
yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, we put our backgrounds together, and a lot of times our process is really just, this is what I envision, Sarah. And then Sarah will be like, okay, well, from a technical standpoint,
Yeah.
this is how it needs to be filmed. If we do our entrance like this, let's focus on doing it at the hard cam instead, because this will be like good footage to post
Hmm.
later. And then I'm usually the key designer for like our gear,
Yes.
Wow.
and gear was also like or at least the Ships Ahoy iteration of gear was also something very new for me, because prior to that, as a singles competitor, I was wrestling shirtless, and I made that decision to be a bit more modest once I entered this partnership, um, for just to not get any flack.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, because I think that in certain areas of the world, that's still a very sensitive thing. But wrestling in head to toe velvet is not an easy thing to
Yeah.
That is
I
true.
I just aside from what Christian has said, I want to transition to Sarah, because Sarah, you're hijabi wrestler. How difficult it
Yes.
is to wrestle in hijab, and at the same time, you're also a practicing Muslim. Is it really hard for you? So because here in the Philippines, there are some Muslim women who are not permitted to be touched by
Yes.
male people. So,
That is
uh,
so true.
how how's your situation? Uh,
It it
with it?
depends on the culture
Yes.
and the country. We have learned it really depends on
Mm.
the culture and the
Mm,
country and how comfortable you are. And
mm,
fortunately, all the Grapple Max people are actually more like brother types.
mm.
Some are like stupid brother types.
some are just stupid.
Do we, do we get
there
names?
no,
Name drop. The joke.
that will be
no,
a,
they're kind of
that would be a start of another storyline if they name drop.
they're more like family.
Uh,
Like like
Mm.
with extended brothers, stupid little brothers, where you need to teach them stuff. But they're
That's
all making sure
amazing.
you're
uh,
safe. Like
mm,
they all know how comfortable are you at these things, and we just see,
Right.
okay, so what shall we do?
Mm.
That's why
I
if
think
you, yeah, pretty much.
Singapore. Um, I mean, different countries that have a Muslim community
mm,
practice their faith in different levels of
Yeah.
intensity,
yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
and we're not really that intense in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But there are, but of course, there will always be an element of traditionalists who will
Yes.
feel a certain way.
The conservatives, yeah.
Yeah, the conservatives, and if anything, I think it's much harder to do what Sarah is doing as a
Right.
hijabi in Malaysia.
Yes.
You know, Malaysia, Indonesia probably as well. But we're not so intense here. We're pretty chill. But even then, knowing that we could have a little bit of international coverage,
Mm.
Yeah.
I just tried to do what I could, and I was nervous about it as well. And I was just like, oh, maybe I should wrestle in a top. Okay, I'll make a vest thing, and
We're still a bit conservative. I mean,
yeah.
we have
Yeah.
flamboyance. I also go against female wrestlers. I actually like going against the female wrestlers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really is just the Philippines that's backwards, huh?
No, no.
I'm, I'm kidding.
It's not.
I'm kidding.
Not
Sorry,
really.
sorry. I was messing.
You're too harsh about our country. Okay. We all
Because
are.
of the
Just,
traffic and the corruption. I'm sorry.
yeah.
The corruption. Eh.
But in many ways, also, like, I would say that Philippines is probably one of the more progressive ones in regards to LGBT movement.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
Diversity
okay,
and
yeah.
stuff.
yeah, and that's still such a silent discussion here in Singapore. And so,
Mm.
like, for me to see the progression and how a queer individual in the Philippines can be and just behave their true selves and not feel worried about the criticism is it looks like a such a liberating experience for them, and it makes so much sense because I feel like it's already ingrained into the Filipino culture. Like, I mean, like, even in the language itself, like, we don't have, when you say like sha, like, there's no he or she, it's
mm.
just
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
them,
gender
Yeah,
neutral.
there's the
Yeah.
gender neutral.
Mm,
Speaking of our, ano, no,
I just
our,
realized that.
yeah, her Wika, our language. Where is your mom from? If that's okay to ask, like,
My mom is originally from Quezon City.
Hey, Quezon
Yay.
City.
represent,
Hey.
yay.
Hey.
Quezon City. But I don't know why my mom speaks so many dialects though. Yeah. My mom speaks Tagalog. My mom speaks Ilocano. My mom can also speak Bisaya, Pangasina.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what?
I thought-
I think it's their generation because there's no there wasn't any internet. There was no distraction back then. Even my mom and my father, bless his soul, he could speak Ilocano,
Mm-hmm.
Bisaya, Tagalog. It's so weird. I
Yeah.
can't even understand any.
It's crazy, and so I mean, I grew up with that. I lost the ability to speak fluently when because I moved to America at a very young age for my dad's job. And so, I mean, we mostly spoke English all the time, but my mom never stopped speaking Tagalog. But she would do this thing, and it's really annoying. She would say, like, in one sentence, she could say something in Tagalog, but then the noun was in Bisaya, and then the action was in Ilocano.
Oh,
Oh,
You know,
oh,
That's why we have English.
and then a little bit of English as well. And so, like, sometimes I wouldn't know, like, if something was Tagalog or Ilocano, and yeah.
That is-
Also,
that's
So-
insane.
Have you all,
Sarah,
yeah?
oh,
Have
sorry.
you all taught Sarah some Taga Filipino words? Before-
we can teach you. Oh, by the way, Sarah, me and Aldrich live north of Quezon City.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
just to take note of that. So we're gonna
Alright.
teach you bad words.
No,
Fun.
that's already a big Dave thing. If you guys already watched The
Big
Office,
Dave. Hello.
Yeah, but that's so basic. That's such
yeah.
a basic. The whole world knows that one.
yeah.
Pero not the PI one. We're gonna teach you some worse things. No, just kidding.
Even
Big
Chris,
Dave already
even,
did
even
that.
Chris, even
No,
Chris Jericho
you
knows.
need to teach me diva, petty kind of things. You know, like in the telenovela style.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Kikai. We need to teach her some Kikai stuff.
Ah.
Punyeta ka. No, just yeah. Does that count? No. No. Okay, sorry.
No.
Our
Just
YouTube
repeat
is
that.
demonetized again.
We're
Sorry.
not yet even earning.
May own, we owe YouTube something now.
Come on. Yeah, if you guys, if you want to help us earn and cover the demonetization of this video eventually, please subscribe, share this.
Like, share, and subscribe.
And if you want to see Sarah finally have a match in the Philippines,
Yeah.
like, share, and
Of
subscribe.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, call
Boss Red, baka
Yeah.
naman. No, just
Yeah.
kidding.
Boss Red. Even Chino Gito. Boss Chino, baka naman.
Yeah. Book
Ah,
I
these.
hope it
Baka naman.
happens. I hope
Yeah.
it happens, Sarah. Then it'll be my turn to come and accompany you.
Yeah.
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 Full circle moment.
We have
Okay, yeah.
like,
If you're going to be back in the Philippines to have an FPW to have a match at FPW, who would be your
Mm.
dream opponent in the FPW?
Mm. I definitely want to be in a mixed tag situation.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I don't know the girls very, very well there. I had only had a chance to interact with Roxy and
Reeves. How about
Um,
Robin?
I didn't get a chance. I spoke to her very briefly
Mm.
during like when they were still setting up stage,
Hmm.
and I had just asked her permission to. I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
because I saw that she was. I didn't know anyone yet, and I saw that she was doing the stratosphere,
Oh.
which is something I normally do in my matches. So I wanted to check if she was going to use it, so that I could probably just not use it for the night. But it turns out that she was just practicing the move, and she was like, "No, go ahead." And yeah, and I wanted to like be respectful because I was on someone else's turf. So if someone on their turf was already doing the move, it was probably best to not do the same move again as well.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
respectful like that. Like we will always ask permission if we know other people are doing that specific move or anything like that.
But
Wow.
Roxy was
awesome.
really nice to talk to backstage. They were getting their hair and makeup done, and so we just did hair and makeup together and had a long discussion and sort of just getting a vibe for what the scene is like in the Philippines.
Hmm.
We've met the twins a couple times, so
Yeah.
I think
They
that was
visited you. Yeah. They visited you one time,
they
right?
did they
They did.
came for our that tag team tournament that I referred to earlier,
Yeah.
the Dual Destinies.
Mm.
So we met them there. Met them on two different
Slam and
occasions.
Savior. Slam and
Simon
Savior.
Savior, yeah. So we're still waiting for that to happen as well. I think that that is a tag team situation that makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
So I would say the both of them. I was such a fan of Cali Nueva as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and I love the whole look and everything. Like it was really fun to watch and be there in real time as well.
How
And
was that?
seeing as you are, oh yeah, no,
No, you
are.
no, I was just gonna say, seeing as you are, a fan and an advocate of art, especially for Singapore.
Mm.
Cali Nueva is a very good artist. He draws, he paints, right?
Yes, yes.
I did not know this. I honestly just thought it was just a
That's
gimmick.
his gimmick.
No,
I thought the
he's-
maestro was
that's his whole persona.
Yeah.
Times
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, no, I like the presentation of it all was like
Yeah.
as soon as the show ended, like I really wanted to buy one of his shirts and like I bought like a lot of shirts that night. A lot of shirts, a lot of 8x10s. There were so many that were unavailable already. Like there were, because like they only had like really large sizes. So I didn't manage to get everything that I wanted, but
That's
I
the time to
essentially spent my FPW paycheck on merch.
You just gave them
I just gave it back.
yeah, you just gave it back.
proper trade.
Fair trade, fair
How
trade.
about you, Sarah?
Okay,
How about you, Sarah? Who do you see?
It could be Roxy. It could be any of the new girls. It could be me in a surprise rumble where I just suddenly appear. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Be nice. Be nice.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
there was a point in time where we didn't have that many girls in our roster. So Sarah was
Mhm,
wrestling guys,
mhm.
and I feel like she should probably revisit that again.
Mm.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
she can because she can now,
No, I
especially
can,
now.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really can hold her own against male competitors, and yeah, she's low key strong. She's just hiding it. She's hiding it by being just a girl.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just a girl.
I wanna ask, like during the 4x4, no,
No,
4x4
4x4.
tag team against
Okay.
the our guys, our boys. Just
The
kidding.
5v5, yeah.
The 5v5.
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Ubusan
Who
ng
was
lahi.
like who was like the guy that you see most potential of from the competitors you had on the 5v5?
Uh, I liked the I liked the short little stint that I was working on with Joshua Elevista.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
and he was so polite, like backstage and everything. I felt so bad afterwards because I gave him like a really loud slap.
Ah.
I told him I was gonna do it. I don't think he expected how hard it was gonna be. And I
He's
remember
from
hearing him.
Tondo.
I remember hearing
Take
him
it.
like really cuss in the ring because he was like, "Damn." But I think, yeah, I think because he's one of the newer ones, right? Forgive
Yeah.
me that I don't know. He's one
Yeah.
of the newer ones.
Yes.
But it was, I don't know how to explain it. Like when you wrestle, you can sort of feel like as soon as you lock up with someone, you can feel either a comfort or a discomfort
Mm.
in a person's touch, and you can feel whether this person is going to be secure, or you can feel whether this person truly knows what they're doing,
Oh, you're
and
nervous.
or if they're nervous. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that sort of unspoken body language, but Josh feels very secure. And he was overall just very good. I mean, the whole roster was such good vibes. Like I enjoyed like the little thing that I did with the Sigma,
Ah.
and how like,
Legendarius?
yes,
Yes.
Legendarius, and how he wanted to do the surprise DDT out of nowhere. Like I love fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, and it made sense because I this was like my first time being there, so I wouldn't know that this was like a thing that he does all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it made sense that I would fall from the DDT and be the first one out. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could revisit, I would love to do something with Joshua again.
Wow.
nice, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm sure he wants. I'm sure he wants revenge for the tight slap I gave him.
He can take it. He's from Tondo. That's like
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, he's
that's
from
this. Yeah,
the rough part of
Tondo
Manila.
is like the toughest. Yeah, the
Yeah.
roughest. Like
Round
we're the Chicago of.
toughest
Oh,
neighborhood in Manila. Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Joshua, and I definitely would want to, as Ships Ahoy, really
Yeah.
do something with the YOLO twins.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we keep talking about it, but like we have yet to make it happen. But we need to make it happen.
A shout out
Yeah.
to the YOLO twins.
YOLO twins,
yes.
Johan
Twins.
and
Oh.
Logan. Shout out.
YOLO
Red,
twins.
baka naman. Red, please. Red. Shout out to Red Oliero.
Shout out to
Have you If I may ask, have you guys had any interactions with other? We have other promotions in the Philippines, like
Puso,
is Dexcon a
Dexcon.
promotion?
Yeah.
Puso, Dexcon. Have you guys had
Um,
any interaction with them?
Sarah, what's the name of the mall that we went to?
I can't remember.
We have a lot of malls here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were at
yeah,
a mall and I recognized Chelsea Marie
Chelsea
from a
Marie.
distance.
Uh,
Yeah, I saw that she was there. She was with a group of people, so we didn't yet. I didn't approach her, but because we were rushing to get back home that day. But I'm aware, and um, it was probably before my time. But I do know that like the older Grapple Max members have had interactions with Crystal.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Crystal,
I've
yeah.
I've not had a chance to meet her in person. I would love to meet her. I would love to meet Nina. Uh,
Mm.
I saw that Nina was doing a couple things in Pound Town Wrestling.
Mm.
Pound Town Wrestling in LA. Pound Town is
Right.
something I want to visit as well. Because they look very loud and entertaining and ever so naughty. It looks like my type of promotion. Yeah. They look like they know how to get down and throw down there. So I would love to meet them one day, Crystal and Nina as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
But
tag team match I want to see.
Yeah.
yeah.
With a little
Yeah.
bit of spice there.
yeah.
I would say
Superhero
that
match, I don't
Crystal is
know.
probably the one of the women that I've watched the most of her matches.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of her stuff. So I think she's amazing.
Yeah.
I really want to meet her. Yeah. I missed my chance. If only I'd joined Grapple Max a little bit earlier. Because I don't know who it was that interacted with Crystal. I don't know if it was Greg or Dennis or something, but
Mm.
All right. Yeah. Do you have any more questions, guys?
Mm, what else? What was like? What was it like? Because it was just a glimpse when the 5v5 happened. When Kali jumped off the who were the people that
Oh.
fought it?
Yeah, that's one of the
How hard was
most
that?
memorable spots during that match.
What sucked is I was looking away at something else, and then it's like very confusing. But who,
I remember that very clearly. It happened so quickly,
Yeah.
and it also, I think it also happened a little quicker than it was supposed to.
Oh.
No, it wasn't.
No,
No.
really, because I was really not ready for it. Um, so wait, the first thing, wait, prior to that, Dave with a dive, right?
Yeah.
Dave with a suicide dive, and so we all fell from that, and and then as soon as I remember Sarah pulling me up, and then and then everybody, I was right in the center.
Oh.
So
Of all people.
as soon as I got up, I just felt everyone huddling towards me and getting close to me. So I was like, and then I look
For the
up and
spot.
he was already diving for it. And really all I could do was like I looked left, I look right, I look up, and I was like, and I didn't fall in a way that I would have liked. And I fell pretty hard on my left butt cheek. And so I lied there for a while because I kind of like when you impact it really hard, the
Yeah.
muscle kind of pulls a little bit.
Mm.
So I
Yeah.
was just like, and Sarah was like, "You gotta get up, you gotta get up." I was like, "I need a moment," because I knew I was gonna tag in pretty soon, but I just like my bum.
That
Yeah.
was such a fun match too. It was so amazing, I would say.
Yeah.
And I am looking forward to watching you guys more live. I prefer live. I'm really
Yeah.
sorry that I didn't do my research that much.
Oh gosh, not
Sorry
at
din
all.
sa
No.
Jomar.
It's
Pero
okay.
there's just a thing about watching it live that
Yes.
I like it
Yeah.
better. So yeah,
I
you
get
know.
what
I
you
hear-
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a completely
I-
different experience.
Right.
Mhm.
I hear tickets to Singapore on sale, Eugene.
Yeah, you can watch them live.
I'm unemployed.
Yeah, you've got time to plan, because we're still in our downtime right now. Like the season hasn't even started just yet.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean we
Oh,
started the
okay.
year just recently with a small NWE development show, but we haven't even begun main roster shows yet. This year we're doing things a little bit different, so the season will start a little bit later, but
Yeah.
you can expect to see some really big things happen
Yeah.
this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very big stuff. Very, very big stuff.
Hopefully.
Yeah. This is just the calm before the storm. And even me and Sarah, we're just mentally preparing. Like right now, it's nice and quiet. We're just quietly training week to week. But as soon as the season starts, we know that it's going to get busy. Maybe not to like the level of intensity as last year, because last year we performed every month. There was a
Yeah.
show every single month. And that was probably our biggest turnout in terms of the
Yeah.
shows produced. So that was a very exhausting year.
Yeah.
So as soon as the year ended, because we do our year-end show was November, right, Sarah?
Yes.
Nine,
November.
that was yeah. So our ninth anniversary show was November, and then immediately after that, I just took a long break to just get away from everything, work, wrestling, and just enjoy
Animal
doing
Crossing.
Animal Crossing and doing absolutely nothing, which is honestly a very big privilege for me, is to do nothing. Yeah. It's a high strung lifestyle here in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very work oriented.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have one final
Yeah.
question for you both. I'm gonna start with Sarah. Um, I think I asked this. So every time there's a wrestler, a professional wrestler here with us, so this is gonna be the second time. I would want to tend to ask them what their advice is for aspiring professional wrestlers. Who, if there's anyone watching us right now who wants to aspire, regardless of the age, the gender, the culture, what are your what's your advice for them, Sarah?
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I always think about safety, but don't be afraid to make mistakes. You're not going to be
Mm.
perfect the first time. You'll be
Mm.
perfect eventually. Maybe never, but close to perfect. But you need to make those mistakes first.
Yeah.
That's a that should be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And then for
Um,
Chris,
For Christian.
for
thank you,
me,
Sarah.
I would say from my personal experience and watching the newer trainees now, and also like some of the newer guys that have most recently come to the main roster,
Oh yeah.
and watching them develop, um, my advice would be, strive for perfection, but don't be a perfectionist, because it will never happen. Something will, I mean, in a sport where it's so heavy on interaction, like, yes, you can control what you do, but you cannot control what another person does. You can be
Right.
responsible for your own mistakes, but you're not inside the head of the other person. So I feel that a match is never going to be 100% perfect, and that's okay. And I think it's a good case to just be like, okay, what was wrong with the last match? Let's improve
Mm.
that next match. But if you beat yourself up really hard over making a mistake, um, I think that it's a part of character development that's important, is just learning to like don't dwell on this for so long. Just
Right.
immediately move on and just remember not to do it again, or find a way to improve that thing better. And then also just a couple basic things. Always focus on your basics. Always revisit your basics and your foundation. Even for me and Sarah, I mean, this year would be like 6 years for me now,
Mm.
but that doesn't stop me from going back to visit a basics class. And usually the newer people will attend the basics class, and the seniors go for like the pro classes now. I'll still go back to a basics class. Sometimes we forget little tweaks and things that like you should remember and be like, oh yeah, actually, why did I start doing it a certain way when this is the way? Be open to criticism, be open to improving yourself, and most importantly, like taking like don't take it too hard when you hear criticism, but at the same time, I think it's not a bad thing to hear the opinions of the audience because at the end of the day, that's who you're entertaining.
Right.
If they feel a certain way about something, like you have the power as an individual and a creative to sway their mind, and like you do have some control and narrative to your own character. So yeah, so focus on your basics. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. A lot of people like to think that they need to do a lot of preparation before they actually start training. No, just go.
Yes, just
Just
go.
go. Wrestling training will prepare you for everything that will happen in the ring. And honestly, no amount of cardio at the gym, like no amount of time on the treadmill will prepare you for the pacing
For the
and
bump.
cardio
Yeah.
that you have to do running ropes or being in the ring. It's a completely different thing. Like the closest thing I can compare it to is HIIT type of intensity,
Mm.
Hmm.
right? A lot of ups and downs, a lot of
Yeah.
peaks and dips in the excitement of wrestling and the
Hmm.
crowd. Nothing can prepare you for that. So just come for training. It doesn't matter what level of fitness or what state of fitness you're at.
Yeah.
Go, just go. And Sarah when Sarah first started, she was a bit more of a passive trainee because she's the type of person that just tries everything.
Yes.
And I don't think at the time Sarah even thought that she would stick to this one thing for so long, actually, right?
I didn't know I was going to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
meant to just be like oh, let me try this because Sarah tries all
Yeah.
kinds of things.
Mm.
Yes.
And I'm glad she stuck around
Adventurous.
because, yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, and I would say like now she's at a completely different fitness level, but only she could tell you.
Yeah.
She's like the Naomi, Trinity Fatu. She's like the Naomi of Singapore because I think Naomi just tried. She wasn't even a pro wrestler at the time. She was a backup
Mm.
dancer
Mm.
for
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rose
Mm-hmm.
Play,
Yeah.
I think. And then she
Yeah.
just tried it, and got married into the bloodline over there. T-shirt over there.
Yeah.
I think Sarah has what it takes to be that, and I think she's on the way. I mean, I would like to congratulate you guys already. You're doing a fantastic job. I'm already a fan. I would love to dive deep into this rabbit hole of Ships Ahoy.
Ships are. Yeah.
I mean, just stay tuned.
Amazing, amazing stuff.
Stay tuned. There probably will be a sort of like seasonal recap coming up eventually as soon
Mm.
as our season starts.
Yes.
But we're very thankful for the support, and also like we're just really glad to know that we also have fans in the Philippines, and
Yeah.
they were so accommodating and like honestly the coolest experience I've had to date. Like Filipino fans are really rowdy, and I like that. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really like that. And
that's
I hope that
only
you
the
guys
tip
get
of the
to I hope you
iceberg.
guys get to come visit us because then you'll know what I mean. Fans here are different. But I will leave that for you to find out.
Yeah. How about you,
Yeah,
Eugene?
because
Uh,
Any?
sige, my question, it's more like not a question, more like a request. If if you face the YOLO twins tomorrow, can you do a
Promo.
promo
A promo.
against the
Promo.
YOLO twins?
On the spot
Yeah.
promo.
you mean now?
Yes.
You mean
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. On the
Oh,
spot promo, huh?
On the spot promo, why not?
Well, um YOLO twins, YOLO twins. Okay.
Okay, wait, we got to get back into our Ships Ahoy
Yes.
characters. It would be you starting first, Chris.
Um we only had just a small little taste of what the YOLO twins are capable of. And I would also like to point out that you are extremely lucky that you didn't actually step into the ring with me. You had to deal with someone else. Um, you guys call yourselves Fire and Ice, but Nothing compares to the storm of the sea. And you have absolutely no idea what we're capable of and what we hide in our treasure chests. So I would say bring that fire and ice here. Let's finally make this happen once and for all and see who has the better ship. Because me and Sarah have always run a tight ship.
Yes.
Yeah. And you guys are over there trying to figure out whether you should be red or blue.
Oh.
Oh,
Mm,
Yeah.
no,
Like
bawi.
pick a color. Just pick a damn color.
yeah. We'll be able to extinguish that fire, or we'll just melt the ice away.
Wow.
Yeah. How is that ice already not melting when your brother is fire?
Yeah. We're in tropics.
Make it
We're in
make
the
sense.
tropics.
Like all that's left is a puddle.
Yeah. If the Yolo twins are
that's a
hearing
nice take.
this, it's a call.
Has,
Hopefully.
has anyone ever noticed that the fire and ice thing?
I don't know, but I think
anyone
it's such a
ever
cool move
pointed?
though. I really like the move though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had the
They call it
fire
the one
knife.
night stand, right?
That's their
Yeah.
signature move, I guess. Fire
Yes.
knife.
I bought the I bought the picture of like the move. They
Yeah.
have like this picture. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
Mm.
and they will put very funny
Messages. Yeah.
messages there.
They even have their poster right there. Like
Yeah.
the Vandals over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I see
I
it.
see, I see.
Okay. Okay. For my final question for this interview, which is better? Jollibee in Singapore, Jollibee in the Philippines?
You know what? We did compare it.
We did.
Yeah,
And first
we
of
did
all,
compare it.
okay, so this is not a very popular opinion, but I want you to hear me out, okay?
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's okay.
As a Filipino, I just like as a Filipino in Singapore, I don't get the hype for Jollibee. And quite frankly, the only thing that I like about Jollibee is that they have the sassiest mascot, right? But
Yes.
Jollibee food, especially the spaghetti, right? It just tastes like my mom's home cooking, right? So you don't get it. I have it every week anyway.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
Other people
So
would buy it. Your mom would just cook it.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so like whenever the boys here love Jollibee, like they want it like every week.
Yeah.
And I'm always just like, oh my god, not this shit again. But
I feel like this is heel Chris talking.
and I'm just like, I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. And even
Because your
but
mom's cooking it for you.
I know that's the thing. So for me, I don't get it. Yeah, it's but I feel like I guess if I but what I do get is like, you know, sometimes when my mom goes overseas, she goes overseas for long periods of time. Jollibee will then become like comfort food for me. And I'll, you know, that's like the closest thing I'll get to like mother's cooking,
Okay.
if you will, you know? Yeah, but like nothing beats my mom's cooking. And she got to have I had Sarah come visit over Christmas and my mom made chicken calderita.
Caldereta.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and some spring rolls and stuff. Yeah, so she got to have a little preview of like my mom's cooking. Yes.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
Sarah
nice.
did.
Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have to tell his mom we're okay together if anything happens. Start wise.
Yeah.
We're like looking at the
Okay,
people.
but I haven't answered the question, but the Jollibee in the Philippines is better. Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
worse.
I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's about the preparation of the chicken, but I do taste a difference. Yeah.
It's
Filipino
different.
one's better. Yeah.
Wait till
Okay.
wait till you hear about Pug Pug.
No, please don't go
Let's
there.
not,
Don't go
let's
there.
not go there yet.
Let's not go there.
But I love his take. I love his take
Yeah.
about Jollibee having a similar taste with Filipina mom's cooking.
Home style
I mean,
yeah.
you know, nothing can beat your mother's home cooking. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
in our language,
Mhm.
in our language, we would call it what, like cooking ina. And,
Mhm.
Cooking inang yan.
But yeah, that is true. I
I
like that.
love my mom's cooking so much. I just wish that it was healthier because I see a trend. Yeah. Whenever my mom is in town, I start to put on weight. And then whenever she's not around, because in my own time, like I guess I eat pretty clean. But then like as soon as my mom comes, it's like, oh, like I miss the cooking, so I'll want it, right? And especially like
It's
the
a
first
feast.
week that she's back, she will cook like all the good stuff that I like, caldereta, afritada. And it's just like
Oh man,
every day there's like something, and I was like, oh damn, yeah.
11 p.m. in the evening, and I'm getting hungry. Ma,
Anyway, we're going to wrap up this interview so that you can have your midnight snack.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, look at
Uh,
that. It's
uh,
almost like yeah, it's almost midnight.
yeah. Anyway, again, thank you very much for this interview, Sarah and Chris. Hopefully, we could see you here in the
Also, thank you,
Philippines, or we
Sarah,
go
for the
there
stuff.
in Singapore to see you. Or
Yeah.
do you have any anything to promote? Your socials and your yeah, upcoming shows.
Yes,
Mhm.
in case you still didn't know, you are listening to The Velvet Voyager and the Siren of the Squared Circle, Sarah Coldheart.
Yes.
Together, we are Ships
Ships
Ahoy.
ahoy.
Um, the season hasn't started just yet, but stay tuned. Especially Sarah, she's always like updating her socials in regards to like schedule and what's to come. But be prepared for a really big, exciting season. There's a lot of big things happening, especially towards the end of the year. Exciting things will
Oh
happen.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of socials, like do please follow and support me at underscore no, it's at xtiano underscore gpmax. And for
And I'm
Sarah,
always
it's
at Circle Heart.
Yeah.
If you've seen me somewhere, you know it's me.
Yeah.
yeah. And if you
I
see us
have
in
this
person,
Overwatch.
if you see us in person, like please come up to us, say ahoy. We always carry like a little Ships Ahoy sticker with us that we love to give the fans. Yep.
oh,
Oh.
Yeah. And
I thought he was gonna say we always carry a pirate's gun.
um
Flintlock.
when when it's finally legal, sure.
We just have these guns.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
but
now,
Yes.
Sarah,
yeah.
but Sarah's
Yeah.
carrying a sword.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know the logic behind that. Sarah's sword passes, but like I couldn't even make a because in our entrance we throw flower petals and stuff,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I wanted to make like a gun that would shoot it.
Mm.
Oh,
But aesthetically it wasn't the most safest choice to make a gun. So
oh, yeah.
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 For the audience, yeah.
For the audience
Yeah.
and just just with general branding, we do keep it pretty family friendly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no, so you'll only get just Sarah's two guns there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the muscle of the duo.
The guns, the
Good.
big
Yeah,
guns.
Yes.
she's the gun. I'm just the roses.
Oh,
Oh,
nice call.
sweet
Oh, that's nice.
child. No.
Well, you did carry us in a lot of Overwatch games. Yeah. I did nothing. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Alright, let's wrap this up. We're all almost 2 hours in our interview. Again,
Two
thank you
hours.
very
Wow.
much
Solid. Solid.
That
Yeah,
was
Chris
no.
and
fun.
Thank you
Sarah.
so
We
much.
had
Yeah,
fun.
this was amazing.
Yeah.
This is an honor, really.
Yeah.
Honor.
Believe me.
Yeah. Please
Yeah,
come
no,
back.
thank you
And
and thank you for supporting us. And yes, we will definitely come back.
Yeah. To the Philippines and also
Yes.
guesting here in this podcast again. Again, thank you very much for
of
uh
course.
being
Yes.
here.
Yes.
It's an honor. Yeah, thank you for
I'm here.
Eugene also for making this possible. Yeah, for
Oh
reaching
yeah,
out to
We gotta,
Sarah, bringing Chris
the
over.
middleman.
we gotta thank our mutual friend Aldrich
Yes.
for doing this.
Aldrich.
So
I think it's still,
you guys still keep in touch?
yeah, we're high school buddies. I think we're gonna message him after this because yeah,
Yeah.
after, he's such a cool guy. We're that close as friends.
Okay.
We kiss each other every night.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
I see. Okay. With that, Eugene. Okay. Shout out. Your shout outs.
Shout out sa, no? Shout out to my girlfriend, Karel. And shout out to my brand, Casual Wear. Me and my friend's brand, Casual Wear. Check it out. We're at Shopee. We sell merch that, mura. Give bad words merch.
Oh, I love that. Wait,
Yeah.
I have to check this out.
They
Yeah,
always
Yeah.
I'll send the link later.
Oh, that's
Casual
so.
Wear on
Where were you when I was buying gag gifts? Oh my goodness. Yeah. You guys know Filipino the Six, right?
Filipino
The
what?
the Instagram page.
haven't heard.
It's a lot of like Filipino memes for like Filipinos outside of the Philippines. Like
Oh.
to
Oh,
cater to an American audience, but like it's like a little touch of home. And they
On
release
Instagram?
on Instagram, Filipino the Six, but
okay.
they release like a bunch of gag t-shirts, and I bought a t-shirt that said Pek Pek Power.
Okay, well, we'll not tell Sarah about the meaning of that.
That means love in a
Love.
That's
way.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
In a
Sure.
way.
use
It
it
just
on
In a way.
Sarah,
use
it just
it
means
on when
power
you
and
go
love,
here.
Sarah. Power and
Love.
love, Sarah.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Hey, how about you, Mandy? Some shout outs.
Oh yeah, nako. Dami natin yan. Bunny Gods Record and Collectibles for the cards. MW Multiverse Wrestling Unlimited. They're not a wrestling promotion, but they do skits in cosplay conventions. They cosplay as wrestlers. They're
Oh
really good.
wow.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And I had a brief stint in it as like their own CM Punk, but that's another story for another time. And also shout out to Geeks Out of Nowhere for always supporting our watch parties. And speaking of the watch parties, we have one coming March 1, Elimination Chamber, 8 a.m. Mga kaibigan, magtatagalog na ako, naubos na yung English ko. Manood kayo. Elimination Chamber at 8 a.m. Everyone is invited. Gameville Sports Bar is where it's going to be, live in living color as always. We'll keep it posted in the Pipecast podcast. That doesn't have a podcast. That's just a page, but eventually soon. Thank you very much, you guys.
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much. Hopefully, we could guest
send-
on your podcast, Mandy.
Yeah.
We're the
Uh,
we're, go,
soon,
we're going
soon.
we're going to we're going to
You-
we're the ones who will be the guest.
Uh,
As you can see, I'm using my work headset right now. I don't have the equipment. Don't have the equipment yet. So once I get the equipment, the ship is going to Ahoy.
Yeah.
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
You wanna-
Pun intended.
Nice.
Oh, I sent the links to
Yeah.
you guys if you guys want to check it out. It's,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Shirts. Yeah.
yeah, the shirts.
Yeah, for me,
Alright.
yeah, thank you to my wife. Shout out to her. Also to our audience, to our listeners. Please do like this video, and also subscribe to
Share.
our channel Geeks Out of Nowhere. Oh yeah, please also share this video. You can also catch us on our socials. We have Facebook, Instagram, Threads. We're not on X, but we're on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. We're not on X or Twitter. If there's someone who messaged you via Twitter or X, that we're it's not us.
They're
Maybe,
selling some.
yeah, it's
They're selling
maybe-
something else.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
yeah, something else. Yeah, they're scammers or whatever. Well, okay, that ends our episode for this I don't know week or
Evening.
evening or I don't know.
Yeah.
Na rin ako ng English. Anyway, yeah, this ends our episode. Again, thank you very much to Ships Ahoy, to Sarah and Christian. Hopefully, we could see you back here in the Philippines, or we go
Yes.
there to Singapore, and or have you
Or both.
oh yeah, both. Or have you back here in the podcast again? Yeah, it's an honor
Yeah.
to have you.
And
So much fun.
and happy February 15. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's February 15.
Wow. I don't know if I would be able to upload this before Valentine's. Yeah, but
But yeah,
yeah,
as we speak,
this speak, it's
babies are being conceived right now.
yeah.
Amazing. Yes. But also thank you for reminding us that our anniversary is coming up. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
See, damn,
That's
see
amazing.
these stats, man.
The full circle moment, man.
Full circle
Like,
moment.
wow.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Also, yeah, thank you, Sarah, for for this opportunity, especially you, Christian. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you so much
Thank
for having
you. Yep.
us.
you.
Okay.
Yeah. Good night, you guys.
Good night, guys. And we are Geeks Out of Nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Thank you, guys. See you in the next episode. Bye bye. Ahoy.
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
Uh,
Ahoy.